What's up guys, Woo here, back again with another Division 2 build video. Welcome back. Today's build, this is an old Goldie build. Now why am I bringing this back to the foray today? Now we've seen state of the game. Skill builds will be the meta in TU12. That is for sure. And this build is, and has been for so long now, the best skill build in the game for solo players. And also an absolutely top tier build for group play, because the sheer damage output you can deliver with this setup, it is freakingly crazy. It's that good. Now if you've not used this build before guys, you need to get on it. Most of you have, but for new people to the division, casual players that again missed out, then check this out. This will help you. This will help you breeze through content solo and in a group, heroics and above. We're talking also legendary missions with ease. You can deal insane damage with this build. What we're talking about, of course, it is the turret drone build. So if you enjoy this video, you enjoy this build, thumbs through, all that helps. It helps me, the channel, and helps me get a little bit of traction. And of course, guys, if you're new to the channel, drop a woo bomb on the sub button, ding the bell to be notified when I upload my shizzle. Guys, let's woo this. Guys, this is what I'm talking about. This is my turret drone build for TU12 and beyond. This is kick-ass, guys. It is solo, group play, who cares? You will have so much fun with this build. Your skills do all of the work, which is amazing. And again, some people don't like skill builds. They don't like any of that jazz. It is what it is. But again, most players within the game, solo especially, will use something like this. Now check this out. And again, this build, guys, this can be tweaked even more to be even stronger. And again, once I go through it, you'll understand why and where. So guys, yes, Technician, you have to use Technician. And there's no go-to on this. Technician is the best for turret and drone. Why? 10% skill damage. Get it on there, happy days. It's awesome. It really is. So that is great. The one thing I will suggest, if possible, is that if you can roll one piece to armor, one blue piece to give a bit more survivability, then happy days. You'll be even stronger. You'll feel the power even more because you'll have a little bit of survivability, and you can get your armor up to around about 900k and beyond, which is amazing. I don't have that. I don't have the perfect pieces. I have very good pieces, but not perfect pieces. If you can do it, get an armor core on there, happy days. So I'm 726k armor, 297k health, 0 offensive, 0 defensive. I am 6 utility. It's a skill build. So there is 8 attributes that are skill based and 1 which is a blue core, which it is what it is, guys. I'd rather skill haste, but I don't worry about it. So let's go for the build. Now in terms of hardwired, you need the 3-piece. To get the most damage output on a skill build, just by utilizing pieces, you need 3-piece hardwired, 2-piece Hana U, and 1-piece Wyvern Wear. That will give you the optimal damage on a build, on a skill build. That's what you're talking about. Optimal damage. You can if you wish, if you so desire, switch things up a little bit more and use something like 3-piece Murakami, 2-piece Hana U, 1-piece Wyvern Wear. That will get you a little bit less skill damage but a bit more skill duration, which again will enable your turret and drone to last longer. Me personally, I don't mind. I've opted for the extra damage because I want to take the enemies down quicker. And in all fairness, they already have an insane duration. So for me, I like the 3-piece hardwired. I think that's a better combo. But again, guys, it is personal preference. So hardwired, yes, you're talking skill haste for the 2-piece. We're talking skill damage and repair skills for the 3-piece. Obviously, the repair skills is redundant, but that 15% skill damage is optimal. It is key. Now, in terms of attributes, guys, skill damage. Skill damage on every single piece. If you can get that, then great, because you're going to deliver more skill damage. That's more damage over time. That's brilliant. So skill damage is key. And what I've done is done something a little bit different. I've opted for critical hit chance, which you might feel is quite insane. Why am I opting for critical hit chance? That's because I want to do some damage with my weapons as well. I don't want this just to be sit and cover or sit behind cover and, you know, eat some popcorn, have a brew, and just let the skills do the work. I want to cause some carnage as well, or at least attempt to. So, critical hit chance I've opted for as a red mod. Yes, a bit strange, but the way I look at this, guys, very simply. Someone will say, use skill haste. Skill haste is great. Now, the thing with skill haste on a turret and drone build, I'm only going to save. We're only going to claw back a couple of seconds. A couple of seconds. So do you really need... That's my question to you guys. Do you really need skill haste on a turret and drone build? And my answer is no, you don't. You don't need that whatsoever. So you can afford to go for skill duration if you wanted to make sure your drone and turret last longer. Me, I've opted against that because I want to cause some damage. I've opted for critical hit chance. You could go for critical hit damage times 3. That's potentially 36% more crit damage, which is good. But again, my crit isn't too great, so I want to get my crit as high as possible. So again, to have at least some damage. And it does pump the damage with a nice 100k per crit, and that's great. So, personal preference, I've opted for crit chance. The second piece hardwired is the holster, and again guys, the song remains the same. Skill damage, get it everywhere possible. Same as the gloves guys, hardwired and skill damage. Now before I go any further, just want to add this as well. All you need are 2 brand sets that need to be the chest piece and backpack. And in terms of the piece which I currently have set as the knee pads, they could be gloves, they could be mask, they could be holster. It's irrelevant. As long as you have another piece somewhere shoehorned into the build, and you have 3-piece hardwired, and they're not backpack or chest piece, that's what you need. So don't think you have to mimic this to the letter of the law. Don't. If you have, again, a god-rolled WOOO holster, then use that and have a hardwired pair of knee pads. Whatever you've got, guys, that's the best way to roll with this. Now, in terms of the knee pads, they are WOOO, and this is perfect. You need the 2-piece because skill haste, skill damage, 10% apiece. And also, you can see with this guy's 12% skill haste, 10% skill damage. Beautiful. And you need that again. Now, in terms of the backpack, it's not perfectly rolled. And I've been searching for the most perfectly rolled Wyvern Wear tech support backpack that has skill damage max for an eternity. An eternity, guys. I sure have. And this is the best that I have. And it came with armor regen. And the other one, I believe, was status effects, about 8.5%, I believe. So obviously I've switched this up for skill damage, which is integral. But again, if you can find skill haste, that may help you a little bit. That will shave a second and a half off your turret and your drone. It is what it is. If not, armor regen is okay because you do get that little tick. And it is a tiny little tick of armor repair. Now, again, you can see, guys, critical hit chance is definitely the mod of choice, which is great. Now, with the backpack talent, I have tech support. Now, with tech support, skill kills increase total skill damage by 25% for 20 seconds. Tech support is on par with the best backpack talent in the game for damage, skill damage. Now, you have 2 options. Do you use tech support? Do you use combined arms? I like them both. Tech support is great because, again, your skills do the work, and if your skill gets the kill, not your weapons, your skill, we're talking turret or drone, it will proc tech support. Happy days. Once it does, you have 25% extra damage for 20 seconds. Now, if you feel a bit risky, you feel like, in fact, I could push this a little bit more, go for combined arms. What combined arms does, it gives you 30% damage for 3 seconds. All you need to do is consistently pop your chosen primary or chosen secondary to make sure that you're proccing combined arms as often as possible. But if you don't want to do that, you want to stay in cover a little bit more and let your skills do the work at times, tech support is a greater option. Trust me, it is. Now, the chest piece talent. The chest piece talent. Okay, well, firstly, I'm using WOOO. That's 10% skill haste and skill damage. Now, in terms of the attributes, of course, it's skill haste, and of course, it's skill damage and a nice 6% crit chance mod. Again, as I've said, these are open to interpretation. For me, I want to crit more, so I've opted for crit chance. Skill haste, I feel, is just redundant on this. I don't feel it's giving me enough back in return. If I'm using Seekers, of course. If I'm using any other skill, I'd perhaps go with skill haste, but turret drone, I'd try an offensive mod. See it works for you guys. But the talent is kinetic momentum. When in combat, each skill generates a stack while active or not on cooldown. Stacks increase your total skill damage by 1% and total skill repair by 2%, up to 15 stacks per skill when on lost when on cooldown. So if you have 2 stacks active, you will see, guys, when there's 2 stacks active, you can see I'm in the range right now. What will happen? I'll come over here, you'll see 2 stacks fully active. What that means is each stack is at 15%. Yeah? And that's great. That is absolutely great. So what I'm getting is 30% damage. Yeah, 30% damage, because it's 215s. Great, and that's what you want, is that extra 30% damage, 15 per one. That's great. That is immense, and that's what I need on this. Now, someone will say glass cannon is viable. Of course it's viable. It's 25% amplified damage, which is great. But again, with you using glass cannon, you are very susceptible to drop. And there's nothing worse than a dead agent. And if you don't want to take the risk, do not use glass cannon. Yes, you will get more damage, but you're prone to go down quicker. It is a personal preference, depending on your playstyle. The more aggressive you are, I'd stick to kinetic momentum. That's how I feel. If you're happy to sit back and cover, then glass cannon is an option. Perfect glass cannon, guys, again, in a group, and if you've got a healer, perfect glass cannon is brilliant. It will give you some nice 30% inflated damage. Amplified damage is great. However, solo, don't do it. Just don't. I don't see the point, because you will go down very, very quickly. Again, what's the point? It's just, there is no point. Kinetic momentum is a superb chess piece talent. And in my opinion, the best skill build chess piece talent in the game. Bar none. Kinetic momentum. Test it, try it, come back to me. Now, in terms of the weapons, guys, now, this, again, is open to interpretation. People don't like the harmony. A lot of people don't like the harmony. But again, I can't see past this damage. You know, I've got rifle damage, crit damage, and I have damage targets out of cover. I've not re-rolled this. This is what it is. Perfectly in sync. Hitting an enemy grants 20% skill damage for 5 seconds. Using a skill or damage an enemy with a skill grants 20% weapon damage for 5 seconds. Damage increases are doubled where both buffs are active at the same time. And you're going to have this, guys, it's very simply. This will be doubled consistently because you will have your 2 skills dealing damage over time. Your drone turret. Perfect married situation. Then you have your harmony, which you can sit back, pummel them. It just inflates that damage. If you do not wish to use the harmony, if you do not like the harmony, use any other weapon archetype within sync on, but you're going to lose out on 5% damage initially, and then you lose on 10% damage overall. Personally, I'd just use the harmony. I like that. Mod-wise, guys, I've just gone for as much damage as possible. So crit chance, crit damage, and rounds. My secondary is all about the mechanical animal, and I use this from time to time. However, what I do find works quite nicely is the sweet dreams. You know, melee, one shot, boom, purple, red bar, done, dealt with. Not unfortunately elite enemies, but still, it is a great secondary. For me, I've just opted for the mechanical animal. I do like an AR. I've always liked an AR, and I do kind of cheekily switch this sometimes just to proc. Again, the all singing, all dancing, future perfection. Weapon kills grant 1 skill tier for 19 seconds, stacks up to 3 times. Weapon kills skill tier 6 grant overcharge for 15 seconds, and your cooldown is 90 seconds. Overcharge is nice on the turret and drone, they just go a bit crazy, and I like that. I do, it's a nice mix. Again, with this, I am skill tier 6 already, so just 1 kill, and it's procced every 90 seconds, and that's why I've opted for this. Again, guys, very simply, crit chance, rounds, crit chance, and more crit chance. But again, with these, use what you feel are necessary and suitable to your build. These suit me and my playstyle. Before anyone says, oh, use this, use that, this is for me. This is what I use and this is what I see the benefit. I'll just give you a few options and alternatives, what you can use. For my sidearm, I'm using the card, the TDI card custom. And I'm using that, again, very, very simply because of this one point. That is in sync. Hitting an enemy grants 15% skill damage for 5 seconds. Yeah, we know that. So that's 15%, and then we double to 30%. Happy days. Again, I use this when a matchmaker or join a team or allies, and we've got all directives on, so we have no ammo. So I'm using this and instantly getting both damage buffs from my turret and drone. So that's why I'm using the TDI card custom. You don't have to use this, guys. You don't have to use this, but what you could do, if necessary, you could, again, if you're switching with the armor, you could, because you're getting 1 skill tier, so it gives you options. Brings you options to the core, and that's a good thing, and that's why I'm using this. However, the only benefit I'm seeing is that 30% potential skill damage. The skills, guys. Let's go for the skills. Again, I have switched this. Every single freaking time. Let's do this. There you go. There you go. Right. Now, we need to have a look, see how we're doing. We'll start off with the turret in reverse order. That's better. 14.8 seconds. I know someone's going to say, my cooldown on my turret is 11 seconds. Guys, I'm losing a few seconds. But where I am gaining some nice extra damage through crit chance. And that's what I've opted for. Extra couple of seconds or some extra crit chance, crit damage. It is entirely up to you. It is, again, a sacrifice either way. But in terms of damage, it's 128,271. This is base damage. It goes up and up to a very nice number, this does. And we'll demonstrate in the range how powerful this is. And then in terms of mods, guys, they are damage, they're skill haste, and they are duration, which I feel is the best option. You get a bit of extra duration, which is nice. You can see with this, it's up for 3 minutes and 17 seconds, which is, yeah, it's great. And then in terms of my secondary skill, it's all about the striker drone. And again, it's not got a 4.2 second cooldown. Don't worry about that. It's about 16 seconds. 16 seconds again. The damage is 80k, which is great. Mod-wise, duration, damage, and health. Health is good because it will take some carnage from it away, especially it's going to last a long time. This, again, is going to last 3 minutes and 18 seconds. Again, this can be upped, this can be bettered through skill duration. That is entirely up to you. And you can get an extra 30% maximum if you're using 10% skill duration mods if you have them. But again, guys, it is up to you. Whatever floats your boat. We'll look at the stats very shortly. I just want to take you to the range and just show you. We'll just switch this to medium. Let's look at these NPCs. Happy days. We'll switch it again to hard. I see my will tier is heroic. And what I'm going to do is we're just going to pop the turret first. There's your damage, 166,752. We'll pop that. And then what we're going to do is just get in sync on the go. 235,808. That's what we're looking at for damage, guys. 235,808 solo. 147 on the drone. And again, that's me sitting in cover, getting that tech support will be propped by the skills. And then I'm just, again, you can see. See with this, I can just pull them away a little bit. For me, this is, I feel, the best way to roll. Going through in TU12 with the new additions of gear to, again, improve skill builds, further harness the skill build power. I feel this is the best way to roll. Solo, in a group, it's fantastic. So let me know what you think in the comment section. This build is absolutely, it's insane. Now let's go through the stats. The stats, guys, you can see now why I'm using my crit chance. 37.7% on my Harmony. 65% crit damage. Yeah, it's not a lot, but still I'm critting a lot. So I'm going to see a lot of crits. More crits than what I usually get. If you're running with someone that's got Coat's Mask, that's even more. That's a really good crit chance on a skill build. And you can see why now I've opted for crit chance. And let's just go through, I've just finished off the stats. Let's just look at the, if it wants to get there. And there is, I've opted for, when we get there you go, 27.8% rifle damage, 15% assault rifle damage, 15% pistol damage. And again, I've opted for the weapons that I'm using on the build. And we just take a look at the armor regens 3388. Not great at all. If you can change for skill haste, then do so. If not, that bit of armor regen will, again, just tick over quite nicely. Cooldown 15.9 seconds on the drone, which is nice. And again, with the turret, it's 14.8 seconds. Look at the damage output, it's great. I think this is a good way to roll. 57.6% skill haste. Again, I do have some really nice skill haste mods that will get me easily, absolutely easily to 90%. So, it is entirely up to you how you roll with this. Again, you could do it so your skills are back in about 12 or 11 seconds. That's great. Or you can end the damage route with the crit chance, crit damage. Get protection from elites. You've got so many different options how to roll with this. It's entirely up to you and your playstyle. But yeah, this is the build, guys. Hope you enjoy it. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Again, it's a little bit different to the norm. And of course, I'll see you in the next one, and peace.